And hello, hi, welcome everybody. We are back on more of criticism of the tourism industry. Why is that not capturing? There it is. And that being Dungeons of Hinterberg. And yeah, this week's been a lot, but some cool stuff did come up. I've got some things to yap about for a little bit. But to catch up to speed on what we were doing in this game, let's see. So we got through some more dungeons. The mayor had called us into a meeting at a restaurant to talk to us, to be like, hey, you better stop trying to get all 25 dungeons, because there's a legend that says if all the 25, I think it was 25. Yeah, if all 25 dungeons are beaten, then that means the dungeons go away and Hinterberg's tourism industry will just completely crumble. If you don't stop, I'm going to make everybody lose their job. And Luis is like, I'm completing them anyway. So, yeah, classic issue of like, there is no war and bossing say type of stuff, where it's like, don't rock the boat now. So we had that happen. Then we kept going through some more dungeons. I'm lagging behind a bit in terms of equipment, but we'll see about fixing that. Yeah. So I suppose one of the immediate things I can think of to talk about is Mario Galaxy movie trailer. That happened. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested, because I liked the first Mario movie well enough. Thought it was a fine movie for families to go see. And I feel like it had at least some levels of winks and nods to the franchise as a whole, albeit, adding some things that I didn't personally care for, like adding licensed music and stuff for bits where I feel like they could just use Mario music. Like, did you need Take On Me for the bit in the first movie where they're going to Donkey Kong? Did they really? So, there's that. All right, armor upgrades. That would explain why I need that. So I need a third famous person. So I need to find Sam. Where is he? Where are you, dude? You are in there. So, yeah. And I do, however, the funny thing about the Mario Galaxy movie trailer that happened that I really liked was Bowser in the start of the trailer was unveiling like a painting he was doing of him and Peach to Luigi and Mario. And I hate that my brain went to this first. So y'all know that dud Simpsons meme where it's Homer doing the very slow smile when they were doing like their own version of Guess Who in the game? I half expected somebody to do that, but with the Mario movie somehow. I don't know how they would have been able to get the Homer reaction in there, but it would have really killed me if I saw that. But either way, that's a new meme format for people. Have at it. Like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, well, people are like, I just find it funny that I wonder how Nintendo vetted to get somebody that would have someone to draw or paint Bowser with a six-pack. And they had it was apparently somebody from Brazil that they commissioned for that. And the person posted, I think, on their Blue Sky or their Twitter, whichever the two, being like, I can't believe I got this opportunity from Nintendo. I was laughing so hard while I was making this. And I'm like, I bet it must be funny to be the artist you're commissioned by Nintendo themselves. And they're like, hey, could you draw Bowser with like a six-pack and Peach like caressing him like lovingly looking up at him? Meanwhile, like all of the other artists that already do that just kind of have that have like a side eye look, being like, So I thought that was very funny. All right, Sam. Looks like Sam is getting ready for an interview. I should get out of their hair. Louisa, how are you doing? It was fun hanging out with you the other night. You want to stick around? The TV crew would love some more people in the background. Never watched a star get interviewed in real life. Staying around could increase my amusement. Autograph. Hey, would you mind signing this? It's a petition against Town Hall and closing down Hannah's Smithy. The Smithy? I love that place. Here, I'll sign. Staying around could increase my... No, because I... Actually, what would I get with Sam? Hold on. What would I get with Sam? For Sam's next thing, I get amusement increase magical attack. Oh. Better prices when selling. Julian's a dick, but God, that's useful. And I still haven't encountered Gertrude or Henning. Rare attack conduit. Yeah, I've met everybody save those two. I really should meet them. But I want to talk to Hannah because getting armor upgrades from her would be really nice. So yeah, the deal with Hannah and the signatures is that her shop is threatened to be closed because she's running it out of her house and not as like a licensed business, but literally the problem was never, or it was never brought up as a problem until a shop with a license said, hey, she's taking business from us, which is fucking stupid. I don't know how, but you did it. A letter from the zoning department. They're saying I can run my business here, and I'm fully licensed. I really don't know what to say. I had never felt so helpless. Just glad you're going to be all right. Hinterberg needs you. There we go. I really don't know what to say except thank you. You saved my smithy. There's something I would like to show you. Do you have tonight? Do you have time tonight? Familiarity. Well, I got the quest done, so I can hang out with her another time. I would like to... Where's Henning? He's right there? Okay, so rare attack conduit or 20,000 hinterbucks. That 20,000 could be really good to get equipment. But if I spend it with Gertrude... Actually, wait, what does she even increase? Familiarity, and then Henning, you do Everybody does familiarity. Let's try... We haven't really talked to Danny at all either. Alright, well, I think... Short term, get some more equipment. Well, I can't do it till the next day anyway. I already have a bunch of monster parts I would get to sell to the Blowjob Brothers for more potential equipment. I want to see what that attack conduit could be, and we haven't encountered this guy yet. Actually, wait, it would just be met as opposed to first rank. Ugh. Oh well. Corroded metal. I don't get who would put up a... Corroded metal. I don't get who would put a sculpture like that in their house. Or their garden. The material just conjures up the sound of fingernails scraping across a chalkboard. The idea of an artist wielding a blowtorch is kind of fascinating, though. Hard to think of a cruder, more violent tool to express yourself. Hi, I'm Henning. Hey, I'm probably not going to buy anything. Is it okay if I just have a look around? You take all the time you like. I'll be over here if you have any questions. At least he's not a pushy salesman. I could spend the evening looking at Henning's art. It'd probably increase my familiarity. Let's do that. He's just the guy from Iron Giant that lives in the scrapyard doing sculptures. When I was 17, I had a phase where I wanted to become a camera operator. I read every blog I could find on cinematography, memorized standard lenses, lighting rigs, types of shots. I took thousands of photos, too. All of them crap. I haven't taken pictures in years. I was going for a real career, not a pipe dream. Excuse me, Henning? Is this a sculpture of a person holding a camera? I call it tourist taking a picture of a dungeon portal. It's a bit on the nose in terms of a name. Waiting for a response, and then he trods off. I don't think he expects to sell a lot of these. I can't make heads or tails on this one. Never figured out how to look at sculptures. If it's a canvas, I know how to behave. Stand still a couple of meters away for about a half a minute, then on to the next one. Am I standing in the right spot to be looking at this? Any spot will do. What's this piece about? What do you think? Anger issues? It looks like you banged it on. It looks like you banged on it pretty hard. I did. Felt fitting for the theme. Felt fitting to the theme. This one's about being too keen to appeal to everybody. It's a cube that's lost parts of what makes it a cube. And this one looks like a person kissing a big monster. I guess that's what it looks like. Been thinking about moving it inside. It attracts a weird audience. Yeah, I can kind of picture who would be attracted to it. These all seem like commentary on the village. My work is about what I see every day. Maybe I should filter it more. We have a couple of art exhibits on the main square every year, but my proposals always fall through. Mayor Wagner doesn't consider my pieces very relevant, or perhaps she doesn't appreciate the message. Either way, let me get you my card. It's nice to have someone come by who's shown an interest. The card doubles up as an attack conduit, so don't toss it out. Alright, okay, so no, we do get that first off. Hell yeah. Gonna need to check out what that conduit's gonna be. In terms of other news that I have for you all, I did get myself the Octopath Traveler 0 demo, and yes, at some point I do plan on playing it. I don't know when, but I'll make sure to let you all know. I think I would probably play and upload the demo footage before the game is out on the 4th of December, which it's a tight window, but I really do want to play it because it's the first 3 hours, which is a good stream length, and I also am genuinely interested in trying that one out, because from a review that I've read, from like a first impressions of the game, it just sounds like more of the Octopath goodness that I liked in 1 and 2, especially 2. So, yeah, consider me excited for that. I want to play it. It's just, I'm shocked that they have not missed, you know? Like, the HD 2D Dragon Quest games seem to kind of be hit or miss depending on the persons, although I think that's mostly, like, Dragon Quest fans being, like, picky about the versions of the games that they're going with, but it just sounds like the HD 2D games have been nothing but positive buzz across the board, which is awesome to see. I love that. Alright, so Renown completed a dungeon, right. Okay. And yeah, we will go to bed. I tried the reading and watching TV thing before, and that reduces your max HP for the next day, and that is not something that I would want to encourage any further. It gets your stats boosted, like your personal stats, but not touching that again, because it'd be different if the daytime let you hang out with villagers, but since every morning you go off to the dungeons first thing and then come back to talk to people, yeah, reducing my HP for the entirety of a dungeon run, even if I get health boosts, does no. No, number go down, me panic. Good morning, Fraulein. I always make sure to have some fresh flowers at the reception desk. It adds such a nice touch, don't you think? Plans for today. Okay, I don't know what my current dungeon rating is right now. Do I do the shredding facility? That'd take care of all of Doberkogel. Because everything else is... There's Snowy Summit in Kolmstein. Okay, so... So there's only 3 level 7 dungeons. So we just need to do the shredding facility, and then we have Snowy Summit, and that's all level 7. Let's finish off Doberkogel. Why not? Let's do it. So that was one thing that I did recently. I got that demo, and I was like, that's an immediate get for me. Because, you know, Square Enix making a lot of stupid decisions is nothing new, especially with that QA testing shit that they're pulling, but I feel like Octopath and some of their other larger franchises are likely not going to get affected by that if it ends up coming to fruition. And if there's anything positive to take out of Octopath Zero and also the other Octopath games, is that the demos will always be there. Like, there's not been a Square Enix large RPG like any of the Octopath games or Dragon Quest that hasn't had the demo carry over like that, and that's something that I always appreciate. Okay, so we are going this way, it looks like. Like, obviously not every Square Enix RPG is going to have that whole carry everything to the final game type of deal, but for the ones that do have it, I always appreciate that, because it's just a nice thing to have where you can, for free, play a few hours of a game, and if you decide to get it, then you don't have to do the beginning over again. Oh, speaking of, like, beginnings of games and controversial game topics, oh boy, Metroid Prime 4 is getting some side-eye looks from fans. So I didn't see everything related to Metroid Prime 4, but I saw the trailer that showed that Samus apparently is going to have to care for some Space Marines and free some of them and, you know, kind of escort them in parts. And people were pretty leery over that notion. And then apparently there's a nerdy NPC guy that is kind of like the Navi or Fi to Samus's Link. And that in particular has been a sticking point for people to be very wary about what Metroid Prime 4 is going to, you know, be about. And I'm not going to say that their fears are unfounded, because Nintendo does have a history of putting out games that do have annoying side characters that can be a bit invasive to the gameplay experience. But wait, hold on. Yeah, shredding facility. But I do think, for the most part, people it'd be good to wait and see and play for yourself, as opposed to, like, jumping on the boat of, oh, it's gonna be this one way, so we're going to just immediately write the entire game off as shit because this one character or this one section of the game was really annoying. And plus, like, this isn't the first time Nintendo... As I said, Nintendo, it has a history of this, for one, and two, most of the time when it came to these more side characters that are essentially like your talking to the ear tutorial type of characters, like your Fis, your Navis, a lot of times people had come around to liking them more. So like, obviously initially the annoyance is there and people are like, ew, I don't like this character, they're annoying, they keep, you know, they keep being annoying and popping up when I don't want them to, which, valid concern, that's fine. But as I said, in recent years, people have kind of come around to those characters and not hating them as much as, you know, people did way back when those games were first out. Skyward Sword is a particular case, but I think Skyward Sword had more going on in terms of critiques around it besides just Fi, you know? Or Fi, Fo Fum. So that's kind of my thoughts, is just wait and see when the game comes out. Maybe that nerdy character is just going to be a tutorial only situation, or if he has more prominence, then who knows? Maybe he's not going to be as bad as people keep thinking that he's going to be. Because I remember when Lies of P was being showcased and had its alpha trailers and stuff, and, you know, large concern there was like, oh god, is Gemini going to be annoying? Because, you know, he chimes in once in a while, but that's the thing. He just chimes in once in a while. And, you know, there are people that still find him really annoying, but I found his commentary not to be as egregious, you know? So it's, like, on one hand, it's to each their own for that, and on the other hand, it's also, like, people will eventually come around as the game just probably will be out for a while. So, yeah, that's that. So, December 4th. Oh, wait, I just realized Octopath Zero and Prime 4 come out the same day. Oh, that's going to be an interesting metric for sales. Like, which one might get more? I feel like Metroid will, because, one, Metroid fans are rabid for more Metroid, and two, I feel like the situation of this new Prime 4 trailer might get more people either intrigued or turned off. So that's also why I want to see how the sales numbers will go, because Dread left a lot of good feelings for people about Metroid, but I don't know. With Prime, we'll see. But, like, the other deal about Prime 4 that I know feels weird to talk about given the history of the series, like, it wouldn't be the only time Metroid Prime has ever had NPCs. So, but I think at the end of the day, it is just down to they don't like the annoying NPC talking in your ear, tutorial-wise, repeatedly. So, that might be it. Like, that was something that I even brought up to a friend who's a huge Metroid fan, and I asked him about it, being like, hey man, have you seen the trailer? People are really worried about this one character being really obnoxious and potentially... what's the word I'm looking for? Potentially interruptive of the experience. Like, just somebody that will just completely take them out of the experience of Metroid's old isolation and almost horror-esque atmosphere. And after he saw the trailer, and after he saw the character that was, you know, brought as the concern, he agreed that while the character seems a bit annoying, that at worst he probably will be like a Fi or a Navi, and at the best he'll probably be just there for a tutorial section. So, wait and see. That's just kind of it. We've got a couple more weeks. Alright, so we want to do that. There we go. Probably should not be running while I'm on those, because I lose control easy. Alright, ad break starting in 5 minutes. Heads up, everybody. Oh, I actually do have a question for you all, and VOD watchers on YouTube, I'd love to hear your reply too. So, recently, on YouTube, I've been experiencing this really weird situation with my, my YouTube watch history. So, you know when you go to the hamburger off to the side and the UI will pop up your history if you click on it? My history will, for some reason, show ads in the watch history, even though I never even hovered over an ad once. Have y'all seen that too, or is my YouTube just borked? Because it's been happening a concerningly high amount of times, and I really don't like that. Like, I'll be trying to remember, like, oh, what was a song that I looked up that I found earlier that I really, really liked, and I'll be looking through my history to see if it was within the last few days or so that I got to see it, and then suddenly I'll just see a Windows ad in the middle of it, or like a Discover Channel ad, and I'm like, or not Discovery Channel ad, and I'm like, what the fuck? I did not see or click on anything related to that. So have y'all seen that too? Have y'all been experiencing that too? Because it's been bugging the shit out of me. It's really, really weird. Okay. Uh-oh. There we go. Like, it's not the only time YouTube's ever had a really weird problem happen with its autoplay, but it's not just the fact that it's ads that weren't even on my For You, like my recommendations. So I don't know what the hell's happening with it. It's really, really bizarre. Like, at the end of the day, I can just delete those videos from my history, so it's just a couple clicks and it's gone, but it must have been like a app update that they might have done, because never before have I seen that at all. Alright, there we go. Place you I said place you there. There. Perfect. You know, earlier in the game when we were talking to Albert about dungeons, this brought up a question in mind, because it's implied that it's not just Hinterberg where the dungeon spawned, it's also other areas of the world as well. And since other areas of the world have their own monsters and folklore and myth, I'm guessing the dungeon likely reflects a lot of those too. So like if there's dungeons in Japan, there's probably a monster based on that umbrella yokai and others. Ow. That's kind of got me curious about other potential dungeon concepts. There we go. We'll end this fight, and then we got an ad break to go through. Ow. Burn, burn, stupid. Oh, God. Please die. There we go. All right. 3 minutes of ads, hour of no pre-rolls. Get yourself some water, stretch, do whatever you need to do. BRB, everybody. And we're back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Something else that's also been happening is I started some new manga recently. I caught up on Spy Family in full, and I also caught up on some of the other series that I've been meaning to. I actually caught up with Gokurakugai, and I started a slice of life manga, which, though Slice of life has never really tended to be a genre that I particularly indulge in very often because, speaking frankly, they've kind of bored me in the past. But sometimes with certain premises, I get pretty intrigued about the notion, especially if, you know, the characters are good and it's not, like, generic in how it does a lot of its comedy or its, what's the word I'm looking for? Or it's just vibe, I guess. And I can say for certain that the one that I picked up called Rui Dragon is not like that. I actually really like Rui Dragon and what it's doing with its characters and its premise. So, for those that are unaware, Rui Dragon is a manga about a girl that discovers that she actually is half dragon. And it's just her navigating her life of, you know, going to school, talking with her friends, getting better at socializing, whilst also dealing with that, you know, she's a demi-human. And I've found the series very fun and interesting in a lot of ways. The one bit that I really like is, despite the fact that it's an extremely sudden thing that kicks off the whole deal, where she just wakes up one day and suddenly she's got horns. But despite that, and despite her classmates, you know, all being regular people, her mom, like the main character's mom, alongside everybody else around her, treat the dragon part very much like how one would act if you suddenly came into class or something with piercings or like dyed hair, you know, like, or a tattoo, you know, just treated more with intrigue rather than any kind of like, oh, they're a freak, they have this thing about them, and it's like, no, they're very normal. And I don't know, I find that really interesting because I'm confident if you had any friend that also had dragon parts come out of nowhere, you'd be like, what the shit? So I find that particular aspect shit. I was standing directly on the goddamn belt. So I found that really cool. But something else that I find really nice is that while the initial premise is like, hey, this girl's got not only dragon horns, but she's also able to breathe fire, charge electricity, or channel electricity. It's more about her, it's about her coming to, or it's about her realizing her powers, but also just getting better at talking to people and socializing and opening up as a person to other people more. Because prior to the series starting the way it does, she isn't really like, she has one friend in the entire school and doesn't tend to remember other people's names or even faces very well. So it's also about her just getting better at recognizing people's names, getting to know them, talking with them, and I think that's really nice. Alright, we have one level 7 dungeon left. Let's see, so that's 12. And then, yeah, so we have a lot of them. Wasserman's area. Yeah, in Hinterberg West, we did that one, and that was the secret 25th dungeon, I think. Or 26th. So that's a manga I started recently that I really like. Another one that I've saved a couple to start because I've been reading them on my breaks at work. And let's see, besides Kagurabachi and the others, I've just been kind of keeping up with my usual stuff. What I really should be doing is catching up on all my webtoons that I've saved, because Lord knows I've been missing out on that stuff. But I just haven't been good about that lately. And I know there's some series that are going to take a long time for me to really get caught up on all the chapters of. Especially a lot of the longer form stuff. And it's not that I don't like the webtoons that I have saved and everything. It's just getting myself into the headspace of reading them in the first place is making my brain sort of slog. Y'all ever have that? Like, just having one of those moments where trying to get back into something that you initially really liked, but something happens that interrupts the routine, and then suddenly getting back into that routine of checking out that thing is just feeling like a task in and of itself. It's like it's the webtoon reading equivalent of trying to get your laundry out of the hamper to fold it, you know? That's what I feel sometimes. Alright, yeah, we don't have any goo equipment. Maybe later, Klaus, because I need to buy some goddamn armor. And we need to get that extra 20,000 Hinterbucks. Actually, what does Hannah gives me armor upgrades? Maybe that's what I should do next. Armor. Anything I can afford? Jesus, no. What about swords? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. I mean, I could sell all my shit here. Yeah, may as well. It's not equipped, I may as well sell it. $54,000. Oh. Okay, so I feel like I'll get an achievement if I go talk to all the characters. So is she even on the map? Yes. So she's in the main square, and I'll get free money from talking to her, so that'll be nice. Okay, so yeah, the artist, I would want his piece over here instead of this, because way earlier in the game, there was this in-game event that was going to happen called the Onion Festival that predates the dungeons appearing in this town, and everybody was excited for it, but then the mayor comes onto the stage that was right here and goes, you know, Hinterberg's entering an era of unparalleled prosperity, so to celebrate that, here's a statue, and it's literally just a statue of something relating to the dungeons that feels like it's supplanting Hinterberg's own culture. No one liked it. Alright, I remember you did an OK Boomer thing. There we go, social butterfly. The old lady's looking around like she's lost something. Hey, are you searching for something? Need any help? And what use could you possibly be? What use could you possibly be, Fraulein? I don't recall seeing your face around here. Hey, you know, I've been here for a while. Wouldn't hurt to let me try to help. All right, if you insist. My silver brooch. It must have fallen off on my afternoon walk. I like to promenade? Yeah, promenade the street by the canal beside the town hall. I'll keep an eye out. Alright. Yeah, she's just kind of a bitch unnecessarily. Alright, so near the canal, huh? Oh. Well, that was easy. Is this your brooch? You found it! Oh, if my Heinrich could see it. He always used to say that one can expect nothing from young strangers, you know. Let me take you to the inn, Fraulein. It's my treat. Thanks, it would be a pleasure. Shall we go right away then? Spending the evening at the inn will increase my familiarity and improve my health. Oh, hell yeah! I'll take more health. The inn is completely packed tonight. There's no way we'll get a table. Gertrude approaches the innkeeper with a low voice. Madam Dungle. Dungle? I think Dungle. How are your grandchildren? I don't remember now. With pleasure, madam. I will tell the staff. Mumble, mumble. Just the two of you, then? Very well. Wow. And just like that, we're seated. Gertrude takes the wheel. I will have the Tafelspitz. Tafelspitz? What is that? Tafelspitz, soup on the side, no horseradish, absolutely no chives. The Fraulein shall have a veal schnitzel with parsley potatoes and cranberry jam. You do not get to talk for me about the food I want to have when we just met. The innkeeper takes her order with an alert expression. She will send back the food if he gets any of it wrong. Oh no. Gets like one salt kernel less on the chicken nuggets and she sends it back. All right. Come to Hinterberg often? This isn't your first time? This isn't your first stay in Hinterberg, is it? You know the people well. Oh, about as well as one should. There's comfort in a certain level of routine with the personnel. You know, ever since the hubbub about this magic business started, Hinterberg just isn't what it used to be. I pity the locals here. Truly, I do. They used to have such standards. Now with so many tourists, how can they possibly live up to them? Just the other day, the bellhop was so busy he had absolutely no time to take me up to my room. I waited 10 minutes like a gerbil in the rain. I mean, did you not... Oh, wait, right, they don't have cell service here. Oh, God, then, yeah, that 10 minutes must have felt like forever. In the end, I used the elevator by myself. Oh, woe is you that you had to use the elevator by yourself. So why still come, then? So if Hinterberg isn't what it used to be, why still come here? See, at my age, the place doesn't matter so much. The habit and memories do. And let me tell you, it won't do them good in the long run. This village used to be such a pearl. The mountain air, the imperial charm. Did you know the Kaiser's cousin used to spend every spring here? Now, old regulars like myself are displaced by masses of rowdy and vulgar tourists. It's not good for anyone, I tell you. Frankly, I don't trust this new mayor. It's always the same with these upstarts. They talk everybody into their fast profit schemes, and by the time the well dries up, they're long gone. Oh boy, it's just like that monorail episode of The Simpsons. Only without the musical number. So that makes it worse. But listen to me going on and on, when I should be thanking you. I get sentimental, you see. My Heinrich proposed to me up by the waterfall in '94. Now I have to go there at 6 in the morning just to be alone on that bridge. You enjoy your schnitzel. The cooking here hasn't changed. I've told the host to always make sure there's a table for you if you come back. And I've got these. I think they're vouchers? My hotel keeps leaving them in my room. They call them Hinterbucks. She doesn't know that that's the currency here. Oh no. Oh, that's why. I was like, who would give away 20,000 of the game's currency? She doesn't get that it's the currency. Oh no. That's unfortunate. But I get that, though, the idea of routine, and while a place is changing too much, it's hard to break the habit of, like, coming to a place that you always saw as something special. But places change. It happens. Alright. We got a lot done. I mean, it's kind of like that deal of, say, for instance, you go to a cafe that you always really liked, but for some reason, one day the coffee there just does not taste like how it always did. And you're like, hey, what happened? They're like, oh, we had to change beans because the roastery we got them from initially, I don't know, closed down or something. Like, changes like that to a routine can be really... It can really be a bit jarring at points, but Adapting to change is always a deal, and that's an opportunity for you to explore and potentially find new stuff that you might like. Good morning, Fraulein. You sure look like you have an appetite today. Teresia's trying to sound warm and cheerful, but there's a strain in her voice. Is she hiding something? Did you feel that? I did. It's another earthquake. Everybody is just standing there, waiting for something catastrophic to happen. Waiting for this to be the big one. But nothing else happens. Eventually, we all just shake it off and continue with our day. Just another earthquake. A mild one this time. Lucky Hinterberg. This has to stop. Yeah, that's the reason why we are on our mission to get all of the dungeons done, because the excuse me, the town is suffering not just from the tourism industry harming its, everything local about it. It's also genuinely going to destroy the town because earthquakes happened. An earthquake happened at the start of the game. They've been gradually happening throughout the story, and then recently an earthquake spawned those dark tendrils that you saw me walk across to get to the dungeon we just did. So, yeah, these dungeons need to close, otherwise we're going to be facing something really bad here. Alright, so we need to find the level 7 dungeon. Where was that? It's gotta be around here. Would it be up there? Good afternoon, Fraulein. Your membership card, please? Which membership is that? The Hinterberg Eagle Club, of course. I'm afraid you need to be a member to use our helicopter service. So, if I become a member, where would you take me? You see the floating piece of mountain over there? There's a dungeon on top of it. The Hinterberg Eagle Club helicopter shuttle service is the exclusive mode of transportation to and from this floating dungeon. I was about to say continent. That is not the word. I guess the only way to get to that dungeon is by becoming a member. I'd like to join the Hinterberg Eagle Club. We are an association reserved for the most elite of slayers. You will find our criteria for membership exceedingly selective. You will either have to gather a lot of renown, or you would need to find an existing member to sponsor you. One of the professional slayers. Okay. Work on renown or get someone to sponsor me. So it's either Sam or the other slayer that I can talk to. My renown's pretty high, but I think that might be the level 8 dungeon. So... Oh, 200... Oh, it tells me right there. 250 renown in total. Got it. Cool. But... Oh, that's a main quest. Oh. Okay. Well... I need to give some monster parts to the Blowjob brothers over here. There we go. Okay, so if the floating dungeon over here might be the level 8 one, then maybe... Where would level 7 be? So, we're gonna go... Trying to see how I would get there. Maybe I loop through this way, climb up here, or... Hold on. Because I look this way and... Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Okay, you're down. Woo! There we go. Oh, you know what? We actually never checked the attack conduit that I got. Hold on. Where was that? Attack conduit. What did I get? Blade Tornado, Double Slash, Meteor Shower, Whirlwind, Tinker Toy. Okay, that has to have been it. Okay, place a mechanical toy on the battlefield that draws enemy attacks. After a short time or when taking damage, the toy will explode and deal damage to all surrounding enemies. That sounds pretty decent, actually. Wasn't there somebody that gave me more conduit slots, or my consumable may recharge? Higher value loot, 1 HP slot. Familiarity increases magical defense. Rare attack conduit, unlock armor upgrades. Charm slot increase. Faster recharge. Discount at village shops. Combo counter. Photo mode. No. Okay, so what would I need to change out for that one? Because if these dungeons are going to get harder and harder like this, I think it'd be a good idea to have it. I'm going to take... Yeah. Let's get rid of Butterfly Barrage. Because that's good, but in the moment of trying to control it, yeah, I'd rather have the ability to be more autonomous with my attacks. All right. New dungeon discovered. All right. So I think this is the level 7. Because I have level 8 attack at least, which is good. Uh-oh. Ow, 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 ow. Saw my health, that scared me. Don't I have a bunch of healing items? Hold on. Potions. Promotional potion. I have HP snacks. I have to keep that in mind. Alright. So that's the dungeon. There we go. Do I get to that other side? Because there's a chest right there. Actually, wait, what's your deal? Hold on. Come on. I nearly managed to drop off those icicles onto my head. Good thing I brought my helmet. Yeah, sure, buddy. I mean, that looks like that stopped one of those. Totally. Oh, hello. You can see that chest. Hold on. I like the track that plays when you're on your hoverboard for these areas. It's really nice. Resonant Body Armor 7. How is that versus what I've got now? Body Armor. I lose magic defense, but not even by that much. Unlock full potential. Well, yeah. We had the potential, so we're all good. Hell yeah. Pog. If you're afraid of heights, this bridge is certainly a challenge, but the view is off the charts. Okay. Damn it, I was trying to get the knockback. Hello? There we go. Lost my ability to move for a second. There we go. Beautiful. Get knocked down, nerd. Ow. Am I dead? Oh, I think that's my first time I've ever lost a combat. There we go. There. Okay. Ow. Holy shit, how many of these guys are there? You know what? That actually does pretty decent damage, too. Okay. I'm great with a sword, but I'm not that good at climbing. Well, you're also not good at helping somebody when they fucking need it, dude. Alright, well, it won't hurt to check the summit. Okay, now it's probably the time for me to get some more of that shit equipped. HP snacks. Is there anything else? No. Spell guard 600 crew covered. Okay, so gotta take that to Klaus. Now what I wonder is, I got the fast travel point near the dungeon, did I? Yes I did. Okay. Good. Alright. I would be so... I'd feel so dumb if I had a fast travel point that... Or if this had like one of the skateboarding points that took me all the way back to the front, but then, yeah. Basilisk's Roost. Ooh. That is the floating island where the dungeon is. I came up here to try my luck with the boss dungeon, but I'm so out of breath already, I might have to wait for another day. And there's a meditative spot. Alright, so we got that. And there's a meditative spot in here too. Now, how the hell do I get to that chest that's... Oh, hello, there's one over here. I did not see that. Magical attack multiplier. Ooh. How do I get to that? Alright, once I get on that icicle, I might need to see, because I have nary a clue. Like, I'm not focused so much on getting every single chest that I can find, but if I can find where I can get that, or how I get to it, rather, I'd really like to know. Okay, so it comes from below. That's where I came from. That's to the summit. How do I get to this one? How do I get to that chest? There's a point there that I haven't gone to, I think, so maybe it has to do with that. Let's take a look. Camera is pointed at it. It's over there, so how do I get over there? Okay, no, that's the floating dungeon. Never mind. Is it? Is it down this way? Like, there's probably some kind of section that leads me to it, but oh! No, not it. Wait. Hold on. I think I found it. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. There we go. All right, now we're good. Just about right. In we go. kind of reminds me of the Coral Highlands from Monster Hunter. All it's just missing is the Palumu. Right? That's the name of the fuzzy bat monster from not Wilds, World. All right. Just drinking some water. Start of dungeon. Oh. Okay, I see now. Hold on, was there a... Ah, there it is. Got it. It's hard to see it when you're moving that fast on your hoverboard. Oh, cool. That's something I really like about these dungeons, is that they're short and sweet and just do the things that they need to do to sell what they're about. Ow. There we go. Ooh. There we go. Ow. 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 There we go. Oh, I actually do have a small update for you all. To reiterate, this upcoming week, I'll be able to do some more streams because I'm taking a little bit of time off work. And besides also wanting to do a couple more streams, the other reason why is because my birthday's coming up. So this Thursday, I will be turning 29, and that day I won't be streaming because I'll be out to dinner with my family, but for the 21st and the the 21st through the 23rd, I will be able to stream. So, giving you a heads up about that, since, you know, lately with my new job, it's been hard to schedule streams due to, you know, full-time work not really affording you a whole lot of time to do stuff. Yay, but, you know, for this upcoming weekend and also Thanksgiving break, I'll be able to actually, you know, stream for a couple extra days. So that's in the works. That's in the cards. Alright, where the fuck? Oh. Oh, I see. Because then that, yeah. So then, I zap this one and head back that way. But yeah, it feels really bizarre how long the summer felt and now how short the fall feels, because September starts and then suddenly 2 months later my birthday's coming up and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm genuinely just kind of taken aback at how quickly some time just feels versus others. Alright. So what we're looking at right now... Do I shove you with... No. Do I shove you with this? No. Ah, it's one of these. Okay. I know how to... I know how to play these games. I got through that ice cave in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I remember the block puzzles in Gen 3. No, I mean... No. Push. Then we do this. No, don't climb. No. Push. And then push. Push. And there we are. See? I've played these games before. I also went through the whole deal of, orb pushing in Chained Echoes. I know the routine. I get the idea. Actually, speaking of Chained Echoes, I'm near the final hours of that game, and I need to... I forget if the DLC was something that people could just get for free, or if it was a thing you needed to buy, because I want to know. I want to know because I want to play more of that, because while I have not been good about playing that game super frequently, for frame of reference, I bought Chained Echoes on my Switch like a few days before my dad and I departed for Sweden on a winter trip. I have had that game for a while, and I just have not been able to finish it for the life of me. I've loved when I've played it, but other things have distracted me from being able to finish the game in full. But, you know, I'm in the final battle now, and my best compliment to that game is that it plays with a lot of the... It's a very good story that also plays on the combat system of a JRPG in the best way possible. Like, I genuinely mean that if you are looking for a unique JRPG that has got its own spin with its own combat, Chained Echoes will be up your goddamn alley. And plus, you get robot suits to fight in, so what's not to like? So, yeah, that's one other game that I've been playing besides Hades 2 and chipping away at over time. Let's see. That takes me to there, and that takes me to there. That takes me down to some loot. Let's go get that loot. Yeah, in terms of other games releasing for the rest of the year, besides Metroid Prime and Octopath, nothing else has really electrified me too much. Because lately, I've been too focused on my job. I've been focused on my job and just saving up money you know, getting gas, listening to audiobooks, catching up on manga that I've been meaning to finish. Just a lot of the typical stuff. Either finish or at least start on, you know? Coin. Go after the toy. Go after the toy like an eager person at Toys R Us, at a remaining Toys R Us location. Actually, there's a question. So, as you all know, Toys R Us, you know, isn't really a thing anymore. I don't know if there's a Blockbuster situation where if like locations can exist as a separate franchise or as a gimmick, but if a Toys R Us still existed somewhere, would y'all ever do like a whole venture to go out to it? In the same way one would do for like the last remaining Blockbuster? Because, you know, stores of that caliber where they're either rentals or toy stores are just not really a thing unless they're very specialized and niche. And I just wonder how much of it would be something that people would be interested in doing if there's just a market there now, because, you know, marketing off of people's nostalgia is not a new concept. Quite literally, intentionally retro indie games exist for a reason, so yeah. Because if I'm gonna be honest, if a Toys R Us somehow still existed that was just like a franchise store that happened to, you know, buy one of the locations and tried to at least keep the ideas and brands alive, I'm not sure if I would go to it, because one, that was never really a thing that I frequented as a kid, because my family did not have a whole lot of money to drop on toys. And also, I don't know, I don't know what at a Toys R Us would even be something that I'd want to get, you know? I remember I got my copy of Fire Emblem Awakening at Toys R Us, so we know they do video games, but I'm trying to remember what else I would even want from that. Like, maybe if they branched out to, like, anime figures or something, but, like, more tame ones, you know? Like, maybe a free rent figure, or, like, your Dragon Ball and stuff like that. What the fuck? What am I missing here? Oh, that's what. But yeah, the whole loss of a lot of rental stuff is in some ways very tragic, because renting digitally just doesn't have the same effect at points, and going to a physical store is always something that I would really like to do, because it's just nice to be out of the house, you know? But rentals are just kind of not a thing anymore. Like, there was a family video quite literally a drive away from me, but because they were just losing business and the store chain just died, it's now a vacant location that's hugged between a vape store and a Domino's, which, man, that sucks, because, like, rental formats would also let you be able to do stuff like try out games that you may not have liked or may not have seen yourself liking and want to take a chance on, or a movie or a TV series, without having to invest in a subscription service or either in a subscription service or I don't know, just having to make an account on anything. I guess that might also just be part of the whole late 90s, early 2000s nostalgia that has popped up a lot in terms of recent talks where they're nostalgic for the tech look as well as the fashion, like the Y2K kind of fashion, which feels really weird because growing up in that era and seeing all this stuff come into popularity again makes my brain kind of do a double take. Alright, so we are looking. Ooh, another one. I can't go under that. Oh. There we go. What am I looking at? So what I need to do is to get it to stop here. Let's try this. And then push. And then push. Yeah, there we go. Push. And push. No. Push. Oh, wait. Is there another icicle that I didn't drop? No. Okay. Is there a laser thing I need to smack? No. In that case, how the hell do I get... Uh-oh. Please do not get... Please don't get stuck. Actually, even if I threw an icicle down, it would not be able to block it. Huh. Hold on, let's try something. No, go down. No. Push. God damn it. You nudged that shit like a nanometer close. There we go. Alright, what are we looking at up this way? There's gotta be some kind of switch to flip. Because I cannot cross that otherwise. Wait a second. Oh! See, that will do it. Yep. Sure enough. So then you block the laser, and now I can climb. There we go. I thought that was just part of the environment and I couldn't move it. Good to know. Do I... Nope, that doesn't switch off. Oh, it doesn't... Nope, can't roll through it. Also, ad break's about to start in a minute, so we are probably going to go into an ad break soon. Where the fuck? How in the hell do I turn this off? Oh, wait, pick up? Oh. Oh. Okay. Got it. In that case... I mean, thankfully with this, I don't have to do any kind of balancing act stuff like with the, with that really funny ramen quest from Yakuza 5. If you know the one, you know the one. The one where I think Saejima has to deliver some hot udon or something to a guy that's really hungry, and then there's people just like skating across the ice on their asses, just being like, oh, uh-oh, we're on our asses. So maybe I could just do this, but the ad's about to start, so 3 minutes, then an hour of no pre-rolls, so get yourself some water, stretch, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. All right. I don't want to leave dungeon. Let's... Oh, right. See, that's the thing about having to click off to do my BRB screen. I have to remember to click back into the game. There we go. Put you back there. And then... what do I do with this up here? I also remembered something else. So, I mentioned before that I've been kind of playing catch-up with a lot of the anime that I've been wanting to watch, and one series that I finally got myself to finish was Orb. I finished Orb on the Movements of the Earth, and I can say with full certainty that that is one of the best drama series I have gotten the pleasure to watch. It's really good. Like, I really, really liked it. What it did in terms of, like, presenting origins of genuine history through a fictitious lens really got to help play with the story's themes and how the characters felt about their current situation. And I just really like the series, and I'm not going to spoil all that's in it, but I will say that it's absolutely worth your time if you like a good historical fiction drama that has some shockingly good fight scenes. Like, shockingly good fight scenes that also uses genuine historical swordplay. So, yeah, if that is your jam, then, you know, there you go. It's quite good. And then after Orb, I actually made a little promise to a friend of mine that I would start Apothecary Diaries because she really likes that show, and I heard good things about it, so I thought, why not? I'll finally give that a try since it's on Netflix as well. And I have watched up to episode 6 of season 1 so far. I think episode 6. And my stance so far is I like it, although I feel like the series has a deal of pacing that feels like it's afraid to take a moment to breathe, you know? Because coming off the heels of Orb, which had a lot of moments where the characters would sit and contemplate their situation or pontificate upon the task they're taking up for themselves, into Apothecary Diaries, where it's like, main character gets kidnapped and is made to be a servant to the Emperor out of nowhere, and then suddenly 2 heirs are born. One's dead, and it's just like, hold on, slow down, who's who, what's going on here? I felt like they wanted to hit the ground running, and I was a little like, what the shit? Like, huh? But I've gotten the gist of everything now because I've been watching the series more. So, to put the synopsis the best that I can, Apothecary Diaries is about a girl named Mao Mao who was an apothecary before she, as I said, got kidnapped and is now working for the emperor of the region. I'm going to turn the game down. It's a little loud for me. Or turn down OBS for you all so you can hear my talking. And I'm turning down the game for me because the game's a little loud, music-wise. Yeah, so she's now working for the Emperor, and she ends up being a lady-in-waiting to one of the concubines of the Emperor because she helped cure one of the heirs that the Emperor had with them. So, yeah, all in all, you know, good premise. Again, I just felt that, still a little loud. I just felt that the initial episodes were going a little fast. And I told my friend this, being like, yeah, the series just kind of is afraid to sort of breathe for a second from the looks of it. And she said to me that the anime apparently had been covering a lot of ground to get everybody started. And I'm like, okay, so from the sounds of it, the source material is a lot more like slower paced or slower start to get into the action, as it were. Which I kind of preferred that versus the rapid pace of a lot of anime in terms of how in terms of shows in general. Like, I'm fine with a show that hits the ground running, but Apothecary Diaries' first couple episodes, as I said, felt a little disorienting because, like, suddenly we're jumping perspectives all over like it's Bacano. But at least with Bacano, there were moments where it, like, prefaced some stuff in terms of timeline, so I knew what was when and who was where. I don't know. Like, first episode didn't leave a very strong impression with me because it just... Suddenly, we're with Mao Mao going to the brothel houses to assist in giving medicine to the workers there. And then suddenly she gets kidnapped. Suddenly she's in the palace. Then suddenly there's sick babies. And then suddenly, like, she's now a servant. And I'm like, huh? Like, I felt like Caveman SpongeBob in that old meme from years ago where he's just standing there disoriented. That was me. I was like, huh? What? But yeah, that's what I'm working with. And, you know, I'm saying all this, but I do want to preface by also saying I am liking what is presented so far, especially since I've gone through as many episodes as I have right now. Like, I like the characters, and I like the setting as well. And I told my friend this, but one thing that I really like about Apothecary Diaries is the way that they use different terminology to give something that we in the modern world have terminology for already. Like, there's a bit in one of the episodes that I was watching where they're talking about a character not being able to eat a particular type of fish, and Mao Mao mentions, like, oh yeah, like, I've seen this before because I, you know, while testing poisons on myself, I trialed and errored my way into realizing that she can't eat buckwheat. And that's anaphylactic shock, you know, having your throat swell up and not being able to breathe properly, let alone eat the food that you have in front of you, or breaking out into rashes. Like, it's allergic reactions, but they didn't have a word for allergic reactions in that era of China because, you know, series takes place in China. And I just like that they don't have the term allergy for it because, you know, why would they? If the science is not developed that far. So yeah, that's something that I find really cool, is that they're taking this notion in the setting and being like, okay, what would the term, how would they phrase a character finding out that they're allergic to something without saying the word allergy? So that's neat. I like that. Okay, so who can we talk to? Who should I talk to? Spend an evening with Renaud. Actually, we should. You know what? Hold on. Renaud does the combo counter stuff. You know what? Yeah, let's go see what this dude's deal is. But first, I actually do need to sell some stuff. Yeah, Jingxi and Mao Mao, they're fine so far. Jingxi's kind of an enigma, though, for me, and I'm trying to figure out what his deal is. Because it's evident that he's definitely not one of the male servants of the house that is a eunuch, according to the terms in the show. All right, we're going to sell some litter. It's extra money. There we go. All right, I do not want to hang out with Klaus, but I do want to go buy... Do I need armor or a weapon to get my rank up to 8? Armor. So... Gear. It's all level 7 stuff. Except for the sword. Well, the question is whether or not 54,000 is plenty to even get me another bit of armor. Or 58, rather. Magic defense down. Yeah, may as well. Wait, did I just sell the goo armor that I got? Yeah, I did. I'm an idiot. Any other goo armor that was here? Yep. All right. I forgot about that completely. All right. Goo. Clean all. All right. Is that stuff any better than what I have now? My guess is no. Gear. That's Luisa. No. It's not. It really isn't. Okay. So I'll just sell those then. But yeah, in terms of Apothecary Diaries stuff, it's fine. I like it. I'm not in love with it yet, but I think it's good. Give it time, I might find myself liking the characters more. It's just, so far it's just kind of the deal of like, Mao Mao's calling out a lot of the court-based bullshit. Like, I got to the point where she slaps one of the ladies in waiting of another concubine of the Emperor, and that's literally the only frame of reference I have for the series, is like, Mao Mao's obsessed with herb collection and poisons, and she slaps a bitch at some point. That's it. That's all I knew. I did not expect someone like you would come this far. Actually, wait. Would he have a Shadow the Hedgehog voice? Or no! A Keanu Reeves Neo voice. Wait, what did he even sound like in that movie? Shit, I don't know. What, you've been watching me or something? I make it my business to have eyes on everyone. Most aren't worth my time. Come, we shall see what you've got. Whoa. What exactly do you have in mind? We must train. See that you're prepared for what's to come. Sword in hand. Sure. Spend time with Renaud. If my renown can get up to where I can use the helicopter, we'll be all good. This village fools all of them. They stand against a ghoulish force. And what do? Invited into their house, cheered on. Dogs pacified by the burglar's poisoned sausage. That's an image. So he's not in agreement with the dungeons. These things, all they sow is chaos. And so, we must be prepared. Unsheath your blade. Just to be clear, this is where I hit the dummies, right? Take your sword. Show these creatures they have no power in this realm. That will do. Sit. Let us eat. Sure, where do you want to go? I've brought sandwiches. Peanut butter and jelly. No, chickpea butter and jelly. Which is a goated thing, by the way. I learned about chickpea butter and jelly sandwiches because at my work, they have them frozen for people to just have in case they might have forgotten their lunch, or if you just didn't bring enough that you might need for the day, and that's really nice. Because, one, like, chickpea butter is really nice, and two, it's pretty tasty. Indistinguishable from peanut butter in terms of texture. Your technique is adequate. Who is your master? I learned most of it here. I learned the basics in Vienna, but really I picked up most of it in the dungeons. From your agility, I would have expected some special forces training. There is, however, a quality you lack. Aggression. You are powerful, but you are timid. Alright, let me hear it. Stand up. Throw your sandwich into the dirt. Fight these monsters like it's your last stand. Do not hold back. Not for a moment. Show me you never tire. But I don't like to waste food. Oh, that's the benefit. MP recharges if I do combo counters. Oh, we get more. Oh, I can see why he's valuable now. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. You learn fast. You see how your power increased with every desperate blow? It is the dance of death. Practice it. No more holding back from here on. That is all for tonight. I'm impressed. Seek me out again. Alright, cool. Alright, that's actually really useful. Fraulein Dorfer, might you have a moment? I received an unusual call yesterday. From the mayor's office. You see, my license for the guest house is up soon. I have to get it renewed. Let me guess. They want you to kick me out? See, the house is over 200 years old. They keep adding new building codes, and I can't comply because it's under preservation order. In short, I need them to turn a blind eye here and there, and they're not going to this time. Oh, see, this house is over 200 years old. The mold growing on the walls got to see the Kaiser come over here in his summers. That was his comfort mold. Can you believe it, Fraulein Dorfer? They want to take away the Kaiser's comfort mold. I don't understand, Fraulein. You're a perfectly pleasant guest. What could you have possibly done to get on the mayor's bad side? Hinterberg's dungeons will disappear once someone finishes them all. So your mayor hid one of them, deep in Hinterwald, and she put up a fake dungeon so no one would notice. Magic isn't a mindless force of nature. It wants us to complete its dungeons. Mayor Wagner is trying to prevent that. The earthquakes, the tendrils that burst out of the ground, everything that's been going on. It's magic raging against the mayor's deceit, and it's getting worse. That woman is going to be our doom. As if things weren't already bad enough around here. I've been to the secret dungeon. I can complete all 25. I'm going to put a stop to all of this. A Hinterberg without magic. Well, perhaps. It could certainly do worse. It's been nice having so many guests, but there are days when I don't recognize our village anymore. You stay then, Louisa. Stay and finish your quest. I can stall them, at least for a little while. Hinterberg without magic. Yes, it's about time we return to calmer days. Yeah. Gonna run the mayor out of town. Alright, so we started with that. More renown. Was it 280 or 250? Because we got a big boost of renown after that. Log. I think... Yep, 250. We're good. We can do the helicopter thing now. Alex, oh my god. Yeah, so when we brought up that we were going to take down the dungeons, Alex was like, hey, like, this is a good thing that a lot of people come here to relieve their stressful lives, to go and fight some shit. Like a gigantic town-sized rage room. And she just hasn't been about our whole mission. Alex, look, can we talk? I don't know what there is to talk about, frankly. It was fun playing detectives with you, but this has gotten very real. I'm out. This is spiraling out of control. Hinterberg needs us, Alex. Do they? Have you asked them? Are they cheering you on? This place does not belong to you. Magic does not belong to you. Get it through your head that this is just not your call. I didn't want to say it, but she kind of is being a bit selfish. Okay, so Ever-Changing Grove. That's attached to a quest, so I don't know how many more days we have left on this. Basilisk's Roost. Tower of Trials. Well, we already found the Basilisk one at the summit. All dungeons in Toberkogel. Windsprout Treetop. You know what? Let's go to there. Let's go to the treetops. God, I love the environments in this game. They are so pretty. Such a nice look. Okay. Where have I not been going this game? Overgrown Cavern, Mushroom Isle. Could go that way. All right, I'll take that. Free money. Ever-Changing Grove. Actually, let's see what the Ever-Changing Grove may have about it that might be different. Oh, hello. Oh, I see. So yeah, having the slowdown charm alongside this is really nice. It just kind of stood there and took all that. Oh, I forgot to get potions. God damn it. I think there's a shop somewhere around here that I can get stuff at. That sword. Hold on. I do not get the fantasy logic of going like, oh, you know, it'd be a really cool idea for a sword that you slice with. Make it like twisty. I don't get that. I don't get it at all. All right, well, I'm gonna... We'll get the fast travel point here, and then we'll go to the shop, because I forgot to stock up on potions like a dum-dum. It's like, I understand that not every fantasy sword design is going to have to be realistic, but that doesn't look like that looks like something that you smack with, not slash with. Hey man, what's up? Past this point, the forest becomes an impenetrable labyrinth. But perhaps you are familiar enough with Hinterberg to make it through. Keep an eye out for anything unusual while you are inside. Anything that might help guide your way. Okay, 200 familiarity. We are good and golden there, but I want to find a different one. But first, I need to get some goddamn potions. Also, wait, did I not get that? Did I not get the chest that was there? I also forgot to sell monster parts to these guys. Hey, man. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of money. Knockdown damage. Ooh, wait, hold on. What does that do? Charm. I've got 2 slots open. Knockdown. Where do you go? Damage against knockdown enemies is increased moderately. Oh, that's nice. Ooh. Oh, but I don't have the materials to... Okay, if I get slots... If I get one more slot free, I can at least get... I can at least get that. Because that actually would be really, really useful for me. Alright, so I wanted to... get some more health items. But yeah, the mayor is definitely like trying to the mayor wants to keep the tourism up because that's what's keeping Hinterberg in the mindset according to her, because you know, she's just seeing the tourism bucks and is like, "Ooh, tourism money." All right, potions. Nope. There. Potion seller, I require your strongest potions. You can't handle my strongest potions. All right, so there's a thing over here. What is that? Hold on. Forest Glade. So yeah, these are the tendrils that Alex and Luisa were talking about, where, you know, tendrils spawn out of nowhere, and then suddenly there's just a bunch of shit, like, happening around the town that the dungeons are that magic is responsible for, and Alex is just not for the prospect of losing it because she sees a lot of what Hinterberg has done for other people coming over here to just relieve the stress of their lives, but, you know... pollution, genuine dangerous environmental hazards and shit happening, and it's like, but what about my rage room? So yeah, like, we need to do this. We need to get these dungeons out of here because it's evident the dungeons don't want to be here either. The monsters are tired of getting smacked around. They need their union mandated 30-minute break. Ow. I'm gonna die. Hold on. Holy shit, there's a lot of people. Ow. Ow. Woo! Oh, fuck. Taking you out first. Franz Ferdinand style, take you out, bitch. Woo! Ow. There we go. Okay. Got that. Alright, I think this might be the dungeon we were supposed to find, I think. Yep, there it is. The treetops. Might be hard for me right now. Maybe with enough potions I can make it through. Yeah, may as well, because, like, I can't go back to town to buy better armor. Oh well for me, I guess. There we are. Ow. Take out this thing first. Ow! Shit. Spiders. Oh shit, I just used my full heal potion. No. Well, that was my biggest oopsie yet. Ow. Oh my god, that's a lot. Alright, I gotta play smart. I have like one left. I'm not doing hot. Oh god. Stop showing hole. There we go. Just because I knocked him over does not mean he needs to show me hole. Potions. I have MP stacks. Oh god. Yeah, I do not have a lot. If I could get more from a chest, that'd be lovely. What? Oh. There we go. And then raise me up so I can climb on staircases. Or these, smacking these things around is good too. There we go. Oh. Ooh, you look cool. I have a feeling I have to hit the eyes, but I'm not certain as to how I'm supposed to do that. So my shots keep going wide. Fill my MP up and then we'll try something. Okay, so the shots are not even going and hitting the character model. See, I'm clearly doing something wrong here. Is there not... Oh, there we go. Well, sucks I ran out of MP there. Of course. Okay, so if I want to call it down, I use the big bugle, but if I can't use any MP, then I need to use the... Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. And I don't have any other snacks left. Oh. Well, gotta charge all this shit up again. I mean, hey, on the plus side, I'll be getting a lot of monster parts to sell. That's good. Alright, let's get this shit charged to full, and then we'll do the bugle. Ow, ow. Oh, God! Okay. Fuck. Ah, come on. Why did I have to spawn monsters right when I... Let's try that again. Hold on. No. Ricola. Come on. Oh, I see. Ricola. Why did I get close to that like a Dumbo? I'm dead. God damn. Okay. Now that I know how to do the fight, like I assumed the bugle, I assumed the Ricola I had to play it like after the fight was done. So now that I know that's not the case, we should be good, especially since I got my potions and snacks back. Love the design for this fight though, really cool. Didn't think that'd land. Worth a try, though. Ow. Oh, God. Wait, no. Bad idea. Why did I do that? Ow, God damn it. Okay. Thank God for magic attack healing. Hell yeah. Oh, no. Don't want you distracting me while I'm trying to get my shit ready. I died. Oh, I got caught by the lasers. Shit. This is a tough fight when you do not have the proper level. Oh, God. It's possible. I'm just getting caught by both the lasers and the enemies at the same time at points, and it's not a good combination. There we go. There we are. Ricola. Why did I even walk close there? I'm stupid. God, these lasers are annoying. Ow. There we go. And got it. And we'll just need one more down. Nah, moves too fast. One more. And there we are. Dunzo. Oh, except now, ground. Oh, God. Ow. There we go. Crumble. Yes. Yes. Okay. This is the attempt. This is it. Ow. Oh, God. Damn it. Oh, I had to do the whole thing over. Okay, but if I play this smartly, then I won't have to... I can save my potion for that final part of the fight. Because we were doing really well. I just got caught a couple times. Ow. Immediately. Whew. Okay, nice dodge there. And Ricola. Okay. Going smoothly. Also, ad break starting in 4 minutes. Heads up. God, I love this boss design. It's so nice. I can get 2 at once. Ha! Nice. I thought that was going to be the magic shots, not the beams. I really should have got more potions, but the vending machine was just completely... Like, I need to remember that next time I'm in town. I've got the money for it. Yeah, there we go. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I only have... only had enough for one and it didn't even land. Shit. Yeah, yeah. Health, 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 health. Yeah, baby. Okay, cool. Okay. Ricola. I don't have VMP. Shit. Well. Do I really have nothing else potion-wise? Nothing. Man. Alright, well, the ad break's about to start in 10 seconds. So, oh god, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the BRB. So we'll get to resuming the boss fight in a moment, but we'll have 3 minutes of ads, hour of no pre-rolls, BRB, everybody. And we're back. Alright. Let's do this. See if we can get this done. Fortunately, that is not enough NP to do that. Oh, I could have done the... Shit. This fight is tough. I bet even if I had the proper equipment, this would be a hardy. Is there... You know what? Maybe... Do I have a charm that's worth 2 that I could... Yeah. Yeah. Just to get myself a little extra boost in defense. This thing could be a good idea. There we go. I hit the wrong bumper. There we go. Nope, that's not even close. I completely borked that. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, that absorption conduit is kind of... Ow! Fuck! No! It's kind of necessary for this fight. Ricola. Shit. Okay. I can at least get 1 shot off. The fuck what happened there? Huh? I did not do anything. That's really bizarre. What? happened there? It's like one of them got stuck to the wing preemptively and... Huh. It spawns it, and then something happens funny with collision, and the... Huh. That is really weird. That's really funny and weird. What the hell? Like, I've had some occasional glitches with this game with the movement, but I've never seen that happen. That is really weird. Okay, so it was just the ones in... It happened to get the bottom wings because those were the ones in range. Oh. That's fucking funny. Stormy Tempered Forest Queen. Okay. Ow. Shit. There we go. Oh. Okay. Using the dummy was a good idea. Holy fuck. Well, that was an ordeal. Oh. Fuck that fucking butterfly. Cool idea for a fight. We just, you know, I came into this a little underpowered. How good is that gear, actually? Hold on. How good is that? Oh! With the jacket, I'm not sure. Like, it looks cool, but... Alright, well, we have 5 left. Okay. Well then. Let's get some charm reductions, because getting that knockback one would be really nice. Which one's my big one? Reduce that, and... yeah. Alright. So, main quest-wise, we have the Labyrinth. Then there's the Monster Club. But who else on the map? What's more immediate for me? Another HP slot from Danny. Alex does not want to talk to us. We got the combo. Renown increased physical attack. That's discounts at village shops would be good. And speaking of shops, I really do need to remember to get the goddamn Julian. Faster attack conduit recharge from Kai. That would be pretty good. I don't know what the fuck unlock breakfast selection means from Marina. Rare attack conduit. Familiarity increased magical defense. Unlock armor upgrades. You know what? Let's go ahead and first buy some fucking potions before I forget. Here. And then we'll get the armor upgrade stuff from Hannah, because we really could use that. Okay. Buy 5 of those. Can't buy 5 of those. Never mind, we are out on that. What about mediums? I can take mediums. Alright, and then we'll equip that shit, because we were really running on fumes with that fight. Okay, now we're good. And then we'll head over to Hannah's and get that armor upgrade stuff. Save the smithy, something like to do. Yes. This place is my home, not just my business. There is a memory in every hammer, every pair of tongs. I took out a loan to buy it. If Julian had forced me to shut it down... everything just has to be so complicated. I want to do good work, nothing more. Not deal with zoning departments. Have you thought about teaming up with someone else? Someone who can take care of the business side? I tried that with Julian. He left me out in the cold to found his megastore. But something like this will never happen again. I will read every book I can on running a business. These people are never going to hurt me again. And I'm not going to hold back against Gear and more anymore either. There are some goods and services I wasn't offering because I wanted to be a good neighbor, despite everything. Screw them. I like the sound of that. Come. I used to craft my own gear here. It had soul. It had magic energy. It was magnificent. Nothing like the assembly line work you buy from Gear and More. It will take time to get that started again. I need suppliers. Sapphire dust isn't easy to come by. But until then, I can work with whatever armor you give me. Add my own touch to it. There's no piece of corporate manufactured gear that can't be improved. Here, I can show you. Alright, so... 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. I can't afford any more. This feels good. Right, like I should have done it a long time ago. Or good, right, like I should have done it a long time ago. And I have you to thank for making it possible. I am thankful that we've met Louisa. There we go. Alright, so the next dungeon that we go to probably would need to be still in Hinterberg. It's been a long day. Alright. Yeah, it's... The armor's cool, but again, it clashes a tad with the jacket. But I get why the teal jacket, though, because it pops. Like... I'm for the idea of not being entirely fashionable if it means we at least pop against the background well. Oh, hello. Something's going on outside. It sounds like... Are they fighting? Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, shit's getting really bad. Hey, Mayor. The fuck you gonna say now? Damn. Okay, she's cool. Louisa. The whole village is overrun. The monsters are coming from the main square. See if you can make it down. I'll handle them here. Main square, now, go! I got these. You take the route to the left. Get moving. I'll protect the villagers here. Main square. That's where the monsters came from. Go see if you can help. Louisa! Help! All clear? Clear. Are you all right? Yeah, thanks to Louisa. Louisa, Ma'am, if we could bother you for just a moment, we have some questions for our report. Fuck your report! Like, tell the mayor to her face that she's causing this. Yeah, sure. I'll see you in the morning, Louisa. Are you sure you're all right? Yeah, bit shaken, but I can handle it. See you tomorrow. Okay, a little secret about me. I've always been terrible at apologies. Straight up garbage. But boy, do you deserve one. So I'm really making an effort, okay? You, mind if I sit? Let's get the easy part out of the way. You were right. It's clear as day now. Hinterberg is in serious danger. Someone needs to finish all the dungeons, and it can't be too soon. That someone is you. Or you could do it. I can lead you through the secret dungeon. Nah, that'd be hopeless. You don't have a lot of dungeons left. I'm way, way behind you. Which brings me to the harder part. You remember when I first arrived here? All anxious and ready to go back home? Or when you first arrived here? Gotta admit, it felt real good to take you under my wing those first few days. Teaching you the ropes made me feel like an arch wizard. In a hip, totally non-nerdy way. Hey, what's wrong with nerd wizards? Like, I know I've said nerdy guy in Metroid before, but nothing's wrong with nerd wizards. They cast spells. You don't underestimate a fucking fireball. But you have a knack for magic. That connection to it. Man, this is hard. It's okay. You don't have to say it if you don't want to. But I do. I was so jealous. I've been here for months, and I know I'm really good at this. And then there you are, and within weeks you get, what, a freaking visit from magic in your own room? It was killing me that wasn't me. I'm sorry, Louisa. I'm glad we were making up. I can't do this without Alex. Whatever my difference is with anybody here, now is the time to lay them to rest. Hinterberg needs us. Yay! They level up faster. No more magic! No more magic! Oh wow, even the restaurant owner's in on this. Are they heading for the main square? Come on, let's see what this is about. Well, I only have 5 dungeons left. No more magic! Shut down the dungeons! Citizens of Hinterberg, friends, What we witnessed last night was an outrage, a complete and utter failure by law enforcement to protect us. And of course, the second that any failing on her part comes by, she throws her fucking stooges under the bus. At 7 a.m., I dismissed the head of police. I am now taking steps to ensure we have enough forces on the streets to never... Oh no, it's worse. Oh God. Fuck you. To never let this happen again. Oh, stop it, Karen. This has gone too far. Shut it all down. Yeah, down with the dungeons. I assure you all we're perfectly safe. The police won't protect us from earthquakes. You've given me your trust these past 3 years. All I ask you now is just for a few more days. Something big is going to happen. Be excited. It's going to be magical. No more magic. You ungrateful. Ugh. I'm turning this village into a €1 billion industry, and you just can't say quiet. Well, guess what? You want to chant? Chant. You entitled brats are going to be kissing my hands when this is all over. Ah, the mask slipped. What a bitch. She's completely unhinged. She's planning something. You better get out there and find your next dungeon fast. Alright, well, Hinterwald, we have the ever-changing grove, the bizarre towers. So, how many more? So, yeah, we have 5 more to do. So, we'll go back to Hinterwald again. Yeah, fucking throws everybody under the bus besides her because she can't be wrong. She was elected. Fuck off. Not, like, about as bad, if not maybe worse, than that Homeowners Association villain from Over the Hedge, I think it was called. That movie with, where Steve Carell played a hyperactive squirrel. I knew it was something Hedge. Alright. We're getting there. Was there another shopping spot for me? Yes, but it's not close. Scenic spot. That was the castle, so I don't think that's it. That's where the towers would be. So the labyrinth is where I'm going next, I think. Should be. Yeah. Alright. Although that follow the butterflies was pretty easy. Okay. No chests? Nothing. Okay, cool. How is my defensive stuff looking right now? Probably still a little low for this area, right? Nope, just about right. Cool. Okay, let's go in. So yeah, now monsters are just full on in the fucking streets. Wonderful. Okay. Ooh, this is a cool look. Man, I love the dungeons designs in this game. They're so nice. Ow. There we go. Ow. Shit. There. Holy shit, this is a lot of enemies. Ow. Shit. And there. There we go. Holy fuck, that was a lot of enemies. Wow. Alright, so what are we looking at here? Probably a bunch of weird mystery door stuff. Or the door gag from Scooby-Doo. What the fuck? What are you doing here? Whoa, fancy meeting you here, of all people, of all places! Hey, Kai. This dungeon is jaw-mazing. Listen up, let me tell you all about it. You're about to have your mind blown by a fact tornado, yes? Look around. What do you see? Doors. Maybe more doors than you've ever seen in one place. I don't know. Have you seen like a scare room or something? Those were those. There'd be more doors in a hotel. I don't know. So you think doors are simple, Kai? Wrong. Each of them leads to a slightly different version of this dungeon. You picked the wrong door and you're right back to this campfire, and your punishment is that we're all out of marshmallows. But how do you find the right door? That's the trick. You watch out for subtle changes. That's where you go. First door inside the flower patch over there. Or the first door is inside the flower patch over there. What are you waiting for? Go through it. Alright, well first I'm going to gather all this stuff. Anything else? No. I mean, out of marshmallows isn't the most tragic thing in the world. Okay, so Kai and the others are gone. Subtle changes, huh? So there's no bench. Bench over here is still here. Hold on a second. Maybe it's this one. Is it? Oh my god, I somehow got it. Okay. Oh, it's over there, because, yeah, prior to... Yeah, last one, the lights weren't on. It's the cabin from Inscription. And that's now a poison lake, so I can cross that. Yeah. This was not poisonous before. Resonant Sword 8. Ooh, I can get a better sword. What do we have? Oh, yeah. Look at that jump. All right. And I see light fixtures around there, so that means that's where we're supposed to go next. The dungeon's doing some Christmas decorating. Give it time. Like, I'm still seeing Halloween decorations up because people haven't had the time to take them down yet. Like, still the giant skeletons, but give it time. I'm probably going to start seeing 20-foot tall Grinch inflatables. Although saying 20-foot tall Grinch inflatables might have just done something for somebody out there, but... yeah. If you don't know what I'm referring to with that, there's this very famous, or I guess rather infamous, Reddit thread where it's this person talking about how they have a fetish for the Grinch, like from how the Grinch stole Christmas, and like it goes into detail about how she would ask her boyfriend to dress up as the Grinch, and how she just would, like, it was almost like a Pavlovian response for her. Now, it could have just all been for some jape, like just fucking around and making people laugh. But like, it's one of those notorious Reddit stories that's to the same extent as the poop knife one, I would say. I must have picked the wrong door, I think. Did I? What? Ooh, there's a chest up there. I did not see that. Maybe that's the change to go over that one. But yeah, like, I'm thinking, like, I doubt anything like that'll happen when people start putting up their Christmas stuff. I think the other thing is just people have not been really putting up the Christmas stuff at all lately because of just life getting in the way, which happens. Like, that's why anytime with my family, we do not go big on festive holiday decorating. We slap some stickers on our windows, and then we decorate our interior with some holly and stuff and some wreaths. But in terms of like having giant Santas and shit out on our lawn, we don't do that. Because the other thing is, what if we go through a blizzard? What if we go through a really awful blizzard and then suddenly we just have like Santa like flattened out against our house, you know? I don't think that'd do well with the kids. Like, it's just, yeah, like, not to say that I don't understand the appeal for people. I understand it. People like to be festive, but you know, it's just not my deal. Not my thing. Like, we're not even like that for any other kind of holiday, like Halloween or Easter. Actually, Easter doesn't tend to get a lot of decorative spirit. But I mean, shit, Halloween, as I said, like 20-foot-tall skeletons is what I'm working with in terms of people just being ostentatious about it. Again, not that it's bad, just not for me. Holy shit, there's a lot of people. Okay. That's 3 enemies down. Whew. Okay. We did it. Okay, Basilisk's Roost was supposed to be next. Alright, good to know. So I'll head over that next. What is this way? Ooh, chest. Attack multiplier. Oh. Okay. So we head to Basilisk's Roost next, and I think maybe after Basilisk's Roost, I'll probably end for the night. Because I do have work, and I need to get plenty of sleep. But we've made a fair amount of progress. From my water bottle. All right, who do I want to hang out with? Anybody that I can upgrade on this front? No. Anyone that who do I want to hang out with? I haven't hung out with that Danny person. Another HP slot, which would be fine. Higher value loot would be good. What is Gertrude's brooch? Brooch? That is really making me curious. Big selection, big discounts. Rare attack conduit. Faster attack conduit recharge would be really good. Discounts at most village shops. What is big selection, big discount? Okay, so the fourth is besties, not... Alright. You know what? Where's Gertrude? There you are. Get another 2 ranker out of the way. Look, it can't be that difficult, can it? It's a yellow chinchilla overcoat in the small closet next to the divan. Of course, madam, but I have been to Madame's suite 3 times, and my regrets, the overcoat is not in the closet. The luggage, then. Check my luggage. It must be there. Madame, I apologize, but hotel policy forbids me to... I don't care about hotel policy. I'm freezing. Is it the hotel's policy to let me freeze, yes or no? It is a little chilly this evening. Ah, Fraulein Louisa, just the person. It is such a windy night out. Would you not rather get out of the cold? Let me treat you to a nightcap at the bar. There is absolutely no use being out in this weather. Hey, I'm not refusing free drinks. Fuck yeah. I will take a free drink. Fuck yeah. Gertrude is having a sherry, and I chose my own drink this time. I'm moving up in her world. Tell me something about yourself, will you? Anything that doesn't involve clubbing monsters will do. about your job. I work at a law firm. Do I? Doesn't seem likely I'll return to Berg and Scholes after this. Best not tell her, though. Imagine telling her I'm unemployed. I thought so. You have that air. A respectable career, though my Heinrich always called it quaint. He wasn't wrong. Now you, tell me something about Hinterberg. How Hinterberg was before magic appeared. Oh, it was just right. It was just right. Of course, the mountains attracted an awful lot of skiing, and we both knew how rowdy those people can be. But in the summer, it was a pearl. They took time, Back then, you could spend an hour and a half at the hair salon. They made you feel welcome by taking time out of their day to make sure you were perfectly comfortable. Guess that's harder now that they have so many tourists here. Precisely! Tourists ruin everything! Franz, the innkeeper, he ran for mayor just before this magic hubbub started. He would have made short work of this business, I'm sure, and the village would be better off. He lost the election, though. It was razor thin, and you know how success begets success in politics, yes? So here we are, stuck with a mayor who is ruining this village, piece by tacky piece. Perhaps when the slaying fad is finally over, this can be a place for people like me again. All right. I mean, it's not an unvalid concern, because, when you get over flooded with people that want to get a service like a hair salon thing, you can't stay for half an hour. You can't stay for an hour and a half and dawdle and talk with the stylists. They need to get to the next person immediately. Snaps fingers. Come on, Amscray. Wow, familiarity is going to be my max stat by the end of this thing. It's kind of like how some of my Persona stats would just be the immediate skyrocketer. All right, what are we working with? Who's approaching me now? Is it going to be the mayor again? No. Beautiful day for a hike, isn't it? Someone told me you completed the Windsprout dungeon. I heard she is a tough nut to beat. So, have you decided where you'll be going today? Guess everybody's wanting me to do stuff. Basilisk's Roost. Let's go there. And we already got the fast travel points, so we don't have to spend too much on travel. I think what I'll do is I'll probably also do a bit of the next, the upcoming evening and talk to people. But first... Alright, we are almost at that 300 mark. And we have enough renown to now go into the dungeon there, but Basilisk's Roost was here. I forgot to sell my trash to Klaus. I'll do that in a moment. Yeah, this looks like, aside from that summit, this is the highest point in this entire area. It really gives you a nice way to appreciate the way that they design the environments in this game. I like it. It's fun. Alright, just about right. Let's go in. Oh, cool. And yep, there you are. There's the basilisk. Okay. That's a cool sequence. All right. Ow! It's like fighting the giant chicken alien from Jimmy Neutron. There we go. Get at least a little chip damage in. Alright, that's phase one. Huh. Dicey because of the angle of the fight. Alright, is there another pustule that I can take care of? No? Oh, hold on. What is over here? Uh-oh. Really? I thought that could have been a prime spot for a chest. Really? Okay, then. I guess not. Ow. Holy shit. This is like a Toho game. Uh-oh. There we go. Ugh. Okay. And then there's another sequence up there. So it's a three-phase fight. God damn it. I almost had it. There we go. All right, final third of the fight. Also, ad break coming up in 5 minutes. Sorry, my dad sent me something, and I think he sent me something that was supposed to be a joke, and I'm trying to... It's a celebrity-based joke, and I don't get it. All right. What's up here? Nothing. I guess they really don't have any ideas to where to put a chest here. Or they just didn't want to. All right. This is a really cool sequence, though. I like this. What the hell? Oh. Eh. Eh. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Phase 3, motherfucker. God, it's hard to fucking pull off. There we go. Big damage. And that is a dead basilisk. Anybody got batter? No? Cool. Could go for some Nashville hot chicken right now. And not a single chest in sight. Aside from maybe... Yep, sure enough. Oh, we get a cool overview of where we started and where we ended up. That's nice. Basilisk's pads. Ooh. Are we... Oh, so we're just decking ourselves out in armor here. From the bosses. Hell yeah. Pads. Alright, do these look any cooler with our current fit? The plating to feather look is interesting. Not... Alright, let's grab these. Get the stamp. Boom. Yeah, then we have the Bazaar Towers, which is in Hinterwald, and then Kolmstein, then 2 of those in Brunelsmuth, and then we are getting on all 5. Alright, so 3-minute ad break about to happen, and then we'll chat with A NPC, and then I think that'll be it for the night. Just need to figure out who. So, BRB, everybody. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. Alright. Now, to figure out who we're going to talk to. I mean, considering we only have 1 rank left for Klaus, and I need to sell trash to him anyway, then let's go talk to Klaus. I kind of look goofy with the pads and the feathers for the armor. I do look a bit silly. Nope, nothing. Alright, so... yeah. Over here... Alright. Sell litter. Because buying some of that higher end armor really did wipe out my money. Any goo covered equipment? No. Alright. Let's hang out, bud. Sure. Then we'll finish him with this stuff. So your initiative to ramp up security is meeting some resistance?
I don't know what their problem is. They're talking about budgetary concerns. If they answer me at all. Bureaucrats. This village is as rich as it gets. What's so unreasonable about a few more trainers?
You think there might be another reason why they wouldn't give you a team?
Who knows what's going on in their heads?
Let me drink some water. Hold on. You can't see it, but I just flipped her off when she entered the door. Herr Hornbacher, are you in here? I absolutely must have a word with you. In private, if you please.
What's this about? You finally read my proposal.
Your what? No, you know full well how busy I am. Now, please step outside with me.
Louisa is a friend. We're in the middle of a conversation. If you have something to say it here.
The Fraulein here is a known troublemaker, not your friend. And therein lies our problem. You are being paid handsomely. You were hired for a very specific job, to lead our visitors through our magical beginner dungeon experience. Not to fraternize with them, not to befriend them, and most certainly not to ask them to pick up trash for you. I don't know what's gotten into you, frankly. You are not the face of Hinterberg anymore, in case you haven't noticed. And what yours is? Now, if anything like this reaches my ears again, ever, well, you can find yourself another job in another village, Herr Hornbacher.
You see what I'm dealing with now?
That woman is evil. That woman is pure evil. I can't believe how calm you were. I would have exploded.
That's our mayor. It's difficult. Look, I trust you. I'll keep buying your trash. But I think that's about all I can do from here on. My hands are tied now.
Perhaps we can come up with a different strategy. There's gotta be something you can do, right?
I'm pretty sure she gave me this job to neutralize me in the first place. I used to be quite vocal about mass tourism back when all this started. Believe me, she'd have no qualms about firing me now. I shudder to think what kind of person would do the job once I'm gone. Small-town politics is an ugly game, Lucia. Or Louisa, and I haven't seen a player more ruthless than Mayor Wagner.
Okay, so I have to do a quest. Alright. Well... So we have a quest to do before we figure out anything for Klaus. Is the ground shaking? Oh no, this feels real bad. I have to get out, now! Oh no. Hey, Mayor. Are you fucking sure about this? Oh god. Well, that person's house is down. Poor Miss Scholes. She just paid off her house. Luckily, I have a vacancy. She can stay until they repair the damage. It's a miracle nobody got seriously injured, or worse. This has got to stop. I'll make sure of it. We're protesting in front of Town Hall every day, but the mayor isn't listening. She just shuts herself in. Last time we saw the mayor, she said something big is going to happen. The fake dungeon wasn't the entire plan. She's up to something else for sure. Just a few dungeons left. I can do this. You better hurry. I don't think we have much time left. Might be worth paying Gear and More another visit this evening as well. I hear they just got new inventory. Alright, well, we were gonna go to Bizarre Towers. And yeah, that Gear and More recommendation is likely to be like, hey, you gotta go there to get up to the level 9s for the last 2 dungeons. But as I said, that's going to be where I end it for the night. So next time that I stream this game, we're going to go into the castle area, which I believe is to the right, where that tendril is leading to. And we're going to be doing some more dungeons after that. Because we are getting close to the end, I feel. I almost have max familiarity. Wild. All right. Save. There we go. Yeah, 22. We have 3 dungeons left. Right? Yeah. All right, save again. And there we are. Yeah, I really like this game. I like that it's definitely going the route of, like, the mayor really is just blind to everything because she's so short-term profit-focused. And I wanted to say something else about this game before I head off for the night. I see the episode Renaud here. I might do that in a future time. I probably won't do it immediately after finishing this game because I want to get back to other games as much as I can. And I don't know how long the episode Renaud is. I might need to look that up. But, you know, if it's something that's within a stream length thing, I'll consider doing it. We'll see. Or maybe I just do it as like a pre-recorded thing that I put out, just not stream it at all. So that's what I've got in mind. But yeah, that's going to be it for the night. So thanks for joining me, everybody. You know, whether you lurked or chatted, I really appreciate you all coming around and just chilling and hanging out and yapping. So, yeah. As for future streams, as I said, check my Blue Sky and my Tumblr and my YouTube community pages to see when I go live next. I usually post about it just before a stream goes live because Sundays have been my consistent thing, Sunday at 7 p.m. CST. And I probably should be posting about them more frequently in terms of lead up, but considering, like, right now I only am able to stream 1 to 2 days, maybe more if I've got a holiday or something, that's kind of how my situation is. Just keep an eye on the socials for when I go live next. I always make sure to post my link or my channel, so yeah. As for any other announcements, as I said, next week I'll be able to do some more streams and also upload some more stuff. The next demo day, I will actually plan to do the day after my birthday, so the 21st on Friday. And then following that will be the finale for Laika Age Through Blood. I don't remember if I have Pathfinder on that Saturday or not, though. I don't think I do, so we'll be finishing Leica, and then we'll be going back to Unicorn Overlord. So that's what I'm looking at. Demo day, Leica, Unicorn Overlord for those 3. And then I actually have a good chunk of the week after this week off for Thanksgiving break, which lets me have more days to do some more stuff. And I already have in mind the game I want to play after Leica. It's one that I actually did feature on a demo day, just like Leica, for, what we did in Open Couch. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to get another Metroidvania because, you know me and Metroidvanias. I like those a lot. And I'm thinking that the weekend of Thanksgiving break will be the weekend that I actually start the Octopath Zero demo, because, as I said, that game is coming out December 4th, so I want to get that demo played and uploaded, so 1, I can get a first impressions out there for all of you, and 2, because I actually really want to get the game. Because you know me, I love RPGs, I love JRPGs, I love Octopath, so getting another Octopath game will be nice. And for the version that I'll be playing, I'm going to opt for the PS5 version because I own the Switch versions of Octopaths 1 and 2, but those don't run very well. So I want to see how an HD 2D game looks on either a console or PC that can give the game the fidelity it deserves. Because I've seen what Octopath 2 looks like on like PS4 and 5, and it looks insane. So yeah, that is what my plan is for the next couple weeks. I'm not going to say what I've got planned for December because, holiday seasons will come up. People will be going to see their families or hanging out with people all around. So, as I said, keep up with my socials for any potential news on that front. So, yeah. But with that said, thanks for joining me, everybody. VOD watchers, stay hydrated, keep your postures checked, be good out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye.